Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. My name is Kim. And what is this? Is it channel messages? Why not? Sure. Channel messages. Where I channel things, spirit guides, people, and share the messages that are coming to me. I will also be pulling some cards. Okay, so you get a 2-for-1 here. How are you? I hope you had a good weekend. I hope you had a relaxing weekend. I hope you're managing your stress. I hope you did something you enjoyed. For those of you who had off for the weekend, I'm doing okay. I had an okay weekend. I didn't do much. Preparing for the week, getting ready for the week ahead. Lots of things I want to talk about. I want to talk about Jack Smith. And some other things. I don't know. We'll see how we wind. You know how I do, guys, but mainly it's about Jack Smith, the Republicans. This is a part of Trump's revenge hit list. First of all, before I get into anything, everything I say here is for entertainment purposes only. Everything I say here is for informational purposes only. Everything I say here is alleged, even in the comments, okay? Okay. All right, so they want to ask, this is just a part of his, the honeybee, what is it called? The honeydew list that he has of revenge. What I sense anyway. It's what I sense. It's nonsense, but they want him to do a hearing regarding the 2020 election interference investigation that was done, that Jack Smith was a part of. The special counsel, for those of you who may not know who Jack Smith is. And he said, sure, only if I can do it in public, which, yeah, that snaps for him. So I wanted to read on that. I want to do a few things on that. I have not channeled him in a long time. I honestly haven't channeled a person who is alive in a quite a while. So I wanna touch on his energy. But he knows exactly what it is, just like we all know exactly what this is. It's just interesting that Donald Trump has this revenge list and is coming after all these people who he uses threats in some way, shape, way, or form, or he just wants to take some sort of revenge on. We'll see what the GOP says. I got a peppermint in my mouth. In terms of if they agree to this or not, and if they don't agree to it, will he do it? I wouldn't. So I wanna see. I'm a little bit. Y'all know how I feel about Jack Smith. I want to see. Dropped my glasses. I just want to see what's going on here. I want to see what his energy says. I want to pull some cards and see where this is going. See if he'll do it. If he said yes, but only on this condition. And the GOP, they like to be in charge. They like to pretend that they have control of things, and because they're so corrupt, and they're not intelligent, and they're not serious. They're very unserious, immature, unintelligent people. I'm saying this as an observation. It's just, what is obvious, okay? It's just what is obvious. So anyway, I just got distracted. What else did I want to say? Oh yeah, there's also certain state leaders talking about ICE and talking about prosecuting some ICE agents. That is going around in the air and saying, they're starting to collect evidence, and so that's happening. That's interesting. That's very interesting to see what comes of that, because the thing about it is that they think it's a free for all, and really it only takes one person to one person who has some power to say, like, no, before everyone else, sort of follows the lead. It always only takes one person. So there's a few people who are starting to speak out and saying, like, no, y'all about to be, if we're collecting evidence. And anyway, a lot of things are going to be exposed, is why I'm saying what I'm saying. People don't seem to understand when you hitch yourself to Donald Trump, and when he goes, you're going to be left there. You're going to suffer consequences because you're not him. And there may be, I was watching a very informative video, like there may be some Republicans who are starting to see that they are in grave danger. They are in grave danger. And that's the issue with some of them, is that the people who decide to align themselves with Donald Trump, they forget that what happened to the last round of people during the first time. What happened to them. And they think it's not going to happen to them. And it will. I know that. I know for what I do know is that people are watching what they're doing. Not everyone who's in those departments agree with what is happening. The ones who didn't resign or quit or was fired, that are still there. I know they're collecting evidence. I know they are. And so when Donald Trump goes and all of this, a lot of people they're just, anyway. It won't be good for them. They'll be left holding the bag, and we'll have a lot of explaining to do, and they just don't seem to see that. They don't get it. They don't get it. All right, let's start. That's all I had to say. Hope you're taking care of yourselves, though. How do I want to start? Let me see if I could channel Jack Smith, first of all. Let's see here. Jack Smith. Sorry for any background noise. Someone's TV is very loud right now. Jack Smith. His energy is very calm. He said, "Hello, Kimberly." Okay. What I want to know is, why are you agreeing to do this? Why would you do this? He's saying, because I simply have nothing to hide. He's saying, I know I worked with integrity, and I did my job to the best of my ability. This TV is so loud. That's annoying. Okay. It's so loud. It's like in my room. Okay, so my next question I want to know is, what will you reveal in this hearing? He's saying simply the truth. There's a there's a smugness, but not, and maybe smugness isn't. There's a confidence. There's a calmness about this. He's unmoved by this. He's unmoved completely, like this is nothing. I feel in his energy. I feel that he's just like, I have been in tighter situations, but he's not really viewing this as like a tight spot, but he's saying like, I have done more important, more harsher, He's not intimidated, is what I'm trying to say. He's not intimidated. It's interesting. Now it's quiet. It's interesting how his energy is so much like, when I do this work, I'm not getting off topic, guys, I promise you. But when I do this work and I tap into someone's energy, they like have a signature of how they are and who they are. It's so fascinating to me. But he's not saying much, not revealing much. He's just like answering my question, and that's it. I'll do my job. I worked with integrity. That's what he's saying. Like, I'll tell the truth. He's saying to me, the American people deserve to know exactly what happened. This is something I will not compromise on. And are you... I've never asked, how do you feel about your report being buried, essentially, your findings and where we are now? He's saying, I saw him put his hand on his forehead. He's saying like, he said it's so embarrassing where we are right now. He's saying it's shameful. He's saying, I knew this would happen. That's what he's saying. And he's saying, as for again, he's so tight-lipped. Not super expressive. Not super like... Not that I expect him to be dramatic, but... You're very just straight shooter. He said the truth will be revealed. He said eventually all the truth will be revealed as to what he knows so much, but he knows so much bad stuff about what happened. Like the stuff we saw in the first part of the report is like, okay, but the second part is really bad. He's not saying much, but I could feel it underneath that he knows so much. What do you think will happen with our justice system? He's saying justice is hard. He said, but justice will always prevail in some shape, way, or form. He's saying, so long as there are those who uphold justice. I've heard that before. As long as there are those there, still there. Can you show me what's in that second report? He's quiet. It's just quiet. It is silence. So the answer is no. Okay. Alright, so that was Jack Smith. I'm just going to disconnect from his energy. Interesting. He knows a lot. He knows so much stuff. Y'all don't understand what I wish y'all could. But it's interesting. What's interesting about him is he doesn't say anything. He's so serious about his work. He doesn't say a word. He doesn't say a word about anything. I wonder who has seen that report. Who else has seen it? And he knows what this is, and he doesn't care because they can't do anything to him. That's why he's just like, all right, sure, I'll do your little hearing. He doesn't care. He cares, you know what I mean. Will the Republicans agree? Can you show me? To the public hearing. He demanded something else. I can't remember though. They're just not smarter than him. Can you imagine this man who has indicted presidents, who has gone after them and had them arrested and prosecuted them? That's what Trump is afraid of. That's why he said he's insane, Jack Smith. Yo, he ain't nothing to play with, Jack Smith. Whenever you have someone who is just chill and calm, there could be a bomb going off next to them. Watch out for those. Watch out for the quiet ones. Will they agree to it? Let's see. Republicans. I'm hearing yes. I'm hearing yes. They will. I'm hearing yes, because he won't do it. He won't do it unless they agree to that. He won't do it unless they agree to it. And they want him, for some reason, very badly, to do it. Feels desperate. What is this upside down? 5 of Wands in reverse. Look, see, it's not putting up a fight. That's what I think that is. A solution. Right? Let me get some affirmation. Here we go again with the loud TV. 5 of Wands in reverse. Okay. Movement toward a resolution. Yeah. Page of Wands brings news. 5 of Swords. They really want him. 5 of Wands in reverse and the 5 of Swords upright. Will they agree? 2 of Swords, 10 of Wands. They are ooh-wee. Ten of Pentacles, Queen of Wands, 4 of Pentacles. Interesting. They want the upper hand, but Trump is pushing for this. He's making them do this. This is on his list of revenge. Every person that affected him or gets under his skin or frightens him, he's going after. He has a list, I'm telling you. And question was, will they agree to Jack Smith doing this publicly? 5 of Wands in reverse came out. Page of Wands, 5 of Swords, 10 of Wands, 2 of Swords, 10 of Pentacles, Queen of Wands, 4 of Pentacles. They won't say no because they can't afford to, is what I'm hearing. There's something here with the 4 of Pentacles. Give me one card as to why they can't afford to. Two of Swords is sort of like 7 of Swords. Look at that. The 7 of Swords always comes up for them. They can't say no because of the 7 of Swords. And the 7 of Swords is, it's about deception and corruption and lying and cheating. The 7 of Swords, but it's also, it's a sword. So strategy, planning, but the plan is flimsy. He doesn't have to come in for a hearing. He doesn't have to do anything they ask. And he says, sure, I'll do it as long as it's televised. And he won't do it otherwise. Because of the 7 of Swords, that's why they will have to say yes. There's power that they want control here. You have all these wands too. 4 wands. The resolution is burdensome here. Do we do this? Do we agree? Five of Swords, winning at all cost. Doing things secretly. But there's always a cost. And they don't see it. You got a choice. You either do what Donald says or you don't. And say no, because you're not going to get what you want, because he's not going to do it. He said no. Y'all think y'all going to ask this man who is extremely intelligent, knows the law, follows the rule of the law with integrity. You think you're going to get him in a room, ask him questions without it being recorded, and then go out and lie? That's what y'all trying to do. That's why the Seven of Swords is there. That's what y'all trying to do. You think he's a dummy? You think he hasn't investigated the most corrupt, inhumane deeds done in the world? You think he doesn't know what corruption looks like? You think he doesn't know what a fascist, disruptive dictatorship looks like? Not as the main. His job is to investigate that. You think he doesn't know that you put sanctions on the very place he works that is stopping. Don't get me started, y'all. Don't get me started. Now, will he agree if they say no, we're not doing it publicly? Let's take a look. I said no. I feel it in his energy. He knows sort of like their back is against the wall, because he's like, I don't have to do this. I don't have to answer any of your questions. I don't work for you. This isn't anything. This isn't anything. And he says, sure, I'll answer y'all little questions so long as it's public, because the American people deserve the right to the truth. You can't be corrupt and make lies when it's on video. I mean, they do it anyway. They try to gaslight, but for the majority of us, we know. So now I'm going to see how they feel. Would he agree to it? It's a resounding no, I feel, and I hear rather. Five of Pentacles on the bottom. I don't think I have to do this. I'll do it this way first. King of Wands, Knight of Swords, Queen of Pentacles. King, is that the King of Pentacles? Yes. Seven of Swords. King of Cups. You have the three kings. King of Wands. King of Pentacles. King of Cups. I'm the true authority, is what he's saying. I'm in control. I'm the real leader. This is nothing to me. I'm grounded. I am rooted to the truth. I'm practical. I'm calm about this. Seven of Swords and the Knight of Swords. Seven of Swords is also walking away from a toxic situation. I know the truth. Knight of Swords is spicy too. They can be impulsive. This is a great balance to have when you're in a situation like this. The king, three kings. Let's see if the King of Swords is there. Look, we have the Five of Wands up right here. We have the Three of Swords here. He ain't trying to do that. And the Two of Swords. Same cards. Same energy. But this is upright. And he like, y'all not trying to lie on me. Y'all ain't trying to do that to me. Two of Swords, Three of Swords, Five of Wands. No, he will not agree to that. Because he is a Three Kings here. And he know y'all some lying asses. He know what y'all are because he investigate people like y'all all the time. So there you go. Let me see how they feel about his request, the Republicans. Let me see where I'm at time. 30 minutes. Cool. How do the Republicans feel about his request? And I'll look at what they will do about his request. I did say they don't have a choice. And Five of Wands in reverse. Those Five of Swords upright. How do they feel about his request? I don't even think. Page of Cups. The World. The World. The Knight of Wands. Same cards. I might have to shuffle. Yeah. If those cards come up again, it's the same cards I pulled from before. If they come up again, then those are the cards. They're going to agree to it, though. With the World there. They will agree to it. Two of Cups, yeah. They don't have a choice. They don't have a choice. The Devil. Oh, I knew the Devil was there. I feel the energy in it. I feel the Devil energy there. The Emperor. Okay, interesting. The Devil came out. Let me cover up this nakedness. Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, they'll do it because they don't have a choice. They will say yes, sure. He wants him up there. He wants him up there. He wants him on the chopping block. In his mind, because you know he got a lot going on neurologically. Sorry, I'm eating the peppermint. Okay. So they down for whatever. If they, yeah, sure, we could do it. Because he's pushing for them to get him up there. Little do they know. Little do they know. Man, he got that report, though. He might even talk about what's in there. Let's see that. He might even talk about what's in that second report, child. Because it's not just going to be them asking questions. It's not just gonna be them. Three kings. Will he reveal what is in the second part of his report, his findings? I mean, Donald Trump was going to be indicted for an insurrection and for interfering. He was going to be indicted. Jeez Louise, can't take it. It's so many. This is a strange year, guys. 2025. Oh, well, he revealed what's in. Let's see what comes out. Star on the bottom. It's telling me to do it this way. Telling me to do it this way. Okay. Five of Wands. Five of Wands in reverse, actually. Page of Pentacles. Nope. Ace of Cups was next. The Hierophant. Death. Death in reverse. Death in reverse. Bear with me, guys. Being stuck in the past. He ain't letting it go. He's not letting that go. Ten of Cups. King of Swords. Look, there it is. There's the fourth king. There it is. Eight of Swords. Yep. Yeah, he will. Yes, he will. He will, actually. And it feels like he will. They asked the right question, but he will. They will try to keep him quiet. King of Swords. Four kings, guys. For Jack Smith. King of Swords is a man of truth. A man who sticks to the facts. A man who cannot... you can't get one over on him. He cuts through the bullshit. He sees through it with the King of Swords. He has four kings. King of Cups, King of Swords, King of Wands, King of Pentacles. That's a bad combination. I mean bad in a good way. He's back there with this in reverse. And I feel it in his energy because he's not outwardly, he's good at containing himself. He's good at that. You know, he talks business. When I connect to his energy, it feels like he just answers my question and we're not going beyond that. Okay? 4 kings. This king of sword. And you have 3 other kings. What a balance to have that kind of energy. To sit up there in front of these people and answer their questions. He uses the 4 kings to do his work. That is part of who he is. But the death card in reverse, we have the Hierophant here too. He follows things to the book. Okay? You know, it's the government. It's the truth. He's also protected, honestly. He's protected. This stuff here. You know, you have the 8 of Swords here and the 5 of Wands. He's going to blast through all that energy. Because the Death card is in reverse. And he's sort of stuck, like, in the past. Because of this thing that came around again, that I said would come around again. That he would make an appearance again. That a couple of weeks ago, or a month ago or so, someone asked me about him, and I said he'll be coming back out. That's so interesting. I just remembered that. But yeah, he's ready and roaring to go. 4 kings. What? I love when that happens, because that's a lot of power. He has to have 4 kings balanced in that way. They better look out. Let's see. They told me to pull here to see what he will reveal. They may try to resist it at first, his demand, but they won't have a choice. Trump will push for it, because he doesn't have to do this. And he knows it. And it makes him amused, that part. What will he reveal? This is what is this? I always forget the name of this deck. Yeah, True Crime. I didn't forget. What will he reveal? About what? If you could show me. If you could tell me. He's very intuitive too. These cards are all... Okay, this is debt. This is trapped. Okay. Let's see here. Regret. Road. Justice. Interesting. Spousal partner. Affair. Perversion. Mind control. Interesting. Okay. These seem more important than these. Debt, road, justice. Spousal partner, affair, cheating in some way. Okay. Perversion. Perhaps perverting the process, the system. Mind control. That's interesting. This feels like this mind control feels like this process that they engaged in for Trump, and Trump engaged in. He had the control. You know what I mean? With everyone doing what they were doing to try to cheat and change the results. Or even just people in general, him saying, let's march down to the Capitol. Let's march down there. He incited an insurrection. The road is here. Regret. I wonder what that is. So, we'll see. We'll see. We shall see what will be revealed there. We'll see how this unfolds. When do they want him to come in? When will the hearing be? Let's see. If that date was, if it was so loud, I don't understand it. Yes, make it public. You know what people should boycott? The news. A lot of people already don't watch the news, but people should just stop watching them completely. They don't deserve to be watched because they do a terrible job. And then when all this is over, they're just going to pretend like none of it happened. Ciao. Okay, so we're just at the point where he is requesting for the hearing to be public. Sure, I'll answer your questions. So long as, or by the way, okay? So there's that. That's that on that. Okay, guys? What time is it? Hold on. What am I with time? Okay, 48 minutes. All right. So that's all I got. There's a really interesting article. Is it a political article? I'm not sure. It talks about Donald Trump's health. Now, it was the psychologist who talked about he continues to show a sharp decline, symptoms of dementia. And so yeah, that's where we are with him. Let's do a real quick. I'll do a real quick update regarding his health. Y'all was asking me about I'm just gonna leave it. about his, oh, you know, you haven't talked about his health in a while. You know, because nothing has changed. He's still right on time for, you know, for his essence going. He knows it. That's why he keeps talking about heaven. People are talking about him making a third term as if he's going to make it through this one. But that's neither here nor there, you know. But let's see. Trump's health. Donald Trump's health. Can you show me? Nope. His health is failing, is what I just heard. His health is failing. Are these all in reverse? Did I grab the deck weird? Hold on. I'm just checking. Not everything is in reverse, so Chariot in reverse. It didn't grab the deck weird. Okay. 9 of Swords in reverse. 9 of Swords in reverse. Knight of Pentacles. Interesting. Page of Wands in reverse. Five of Pentacles in reverse. He's still not changing his habits. Queen of Cups in reverse. He's still not changing his habits. He has some stress too. King of Cups in reverse. That's bad. Page of Swords in reverse. There's some mental and emotional difficulties. He's still not changing his habits. Chariot in reverse. Not a lot of fight or vitality. 8 of Cups in reverse. Guys, all these cups. Two of Pentacles in reverse. Shuffle some more. Seven of Cups upright. And the Three of Cups. Is this in reverse? It is in reverse. Three of Cups in reverse. They don't know what to do for him. There's no major cards here except for the Chariot in reverse. Give me the ultimate outcome. Give me the overarching energy regarding his current health status. I mean, the Two of Pentacles upright. Give me one more. It's the Secrets. The High Priestess is on the bottom and Hangman. Four of Cups, Two of Swords. It's the same. All these are in reverse and these are upright. These are the same messages. Jeez. Knight of Swords. Seven of Cups. Look. The Hermit. He's at a crossroads. High Priestess. Hangman. Four of Cups. Two of Swords. Look. Same. Okay. This was in reverse. He has some, you know. There's a, look. The Tower. There's not a lot of, it's like he's trying some stuff, but there's not a lot of change. Is that Judgment? It is Judgment. I thought that was... Yeah, it's Judgment. Look, and Judgment is there. So, King and Queen of Cups in reverse. Seven of Cups came up twice. He has some choices, you know. He's not being realistic. Three of Cups in reverse is the doctor's trying to... He can't get them together. You know? And Chariot in reverse. For a health context, it feels like it's like there's no fight there. Page of Swords in reverse. Eight of Swords. No, it's Nine of Swords. Let's see. Chariot in reverse and health. Let me just get some validation. Oh, lack of control, lack of direction, or being overwhelmed. Yeah, that's why these are in reverse. I sense a lot of confusion with the two Seven of Cups there. Confused. He feels like it's in his mind, and his emotions are unstable. He doesn't know what to do. They don't know what to do. Knight of Pentacles, there's a slow approach, like focused approach in terms of like his treatment. Okay, the Page of Wands in reverse though, and then Five of Pentacles. Not a lot of change. Not a lot of change of his behavior. It feels it. Page of Swords in reverse. There's like, you know, upright. The Page of Swords is like you're with it intellectually. I mean, he's not ever, but he's had some sharpness, you know, back in his first term. Obviously, he still had his mind, but this is in reverse. It's like attempts to get in balance, but he doesn't really know what to do. Like there's no control here. Okay, so you know, this is not Death Watch, but it's not looking good for him. Time isn't linear, you know. It's not looking good. When someone starts talking about, I'm not going to get into heaven, he's been told some stuff, okay? There's a lot of confusion. There's a lot of like disconnection, both emotionally and mentally. There's not a lot of clarity. There's a loss of control completely with the Chariot in reverse. The lack of direction. And it feels like the Three of Cups in reverse feels like the treatment that he is getting, but it's in reverse, so they don't really know what to do for him, you know? So there we have it. All right, guys. So that's it. I will see you probably maybe tomorrow or Tuesday. Okay. I didn't do a week ahead. I'll probably do month ahead this week. But I will see you again soon. Please like the video. Please like. That's how I'm seen. Okay. Subscribe if you haven't. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and I will see you again soon. Bye. Like the video.